Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Mystic Moonstone weekly video. The duration for this is the 30th of March through to the 5th of April. Okay, let's have a look and see what the cards have in store for us this week. I have got a spring cold, so if I cough and sneeze, that's the reason, but I won't infect you. Oh, don't make me laugh. Okay, we have the card of health. They're having a joke, aren't they? But it's lovely because it's Archangel Raphael coming in and just bringing some lovely health around everyone. And it's not the card of healing, so it's not like you're in need of healing, it's more just reminding you that you have good health. That help is being brought your way, and there's lovely green shoots on there. So that's a really nice card to start the week with. And we have the Angel of Soul Love. Time to look at how you value yourself and issues of self-love. Now, I kind of think with that one, when you put it underneath the when you put it underneath the health card, I kind of feel what that is about finding ways to look after yourself. And you know, the current climate we're all in, it's very, very tempting just to sit there and gorge on sort of, I don't know, bars of chocolate and packets of biscuits and everything else, and forget about maybe some of the healthier foods. And you know, it doesn't have to be fresh. It can be frozen food. It can be just healthy frozen vegetables. So make sure that you're having your vegetables. Make sure you're drinking your fluids, and as I keep telling Mel, that doesn't include the pints of lager. You know, make sure you're getting plenty of water down. You're making sure you're keeping yourself hydrated. Lots of warm drinks as well. You know, so it's just ways to look after yourself. You know, it's really kind of tempting to stay up all hours, isn't it, when you're just kind of stuck indoors and sort of binge Netflix or whatever. But try and keep some kind of routine. Try and keep that routine where you do go to bed at a nice time, where you're getting up at a decent time. Try and get your exercise in. You know, there's lots of things online that you can actually kind of connect with and sort of do anything from online yoga in your living room to Pilates to something a bit more energetic to armchair stuff. You know, there's so much out there, sort of thing. So, you know, so that self-love is about your health, and it's about helping the angels to keep you well by looking at your health and how you can maintain it. Okay. So let's go to midweek. We have Archangel Metatron. We have the card of children. I know for a lot of us at the moment, children are sort of a big issue in different ways. For some of us, it's keeping children occupied at home, finding ways, you know, so they don't get bored, so they don't want to go out. I mean, they're used to, it's the Easter holes, so they're used to going out and about, maybe going over the park and everything. You know, so just kind of trying to find ways to keep them entertained. For some people are struggling with homeschooling. Others have got little guys and little lassies that are going completely hyper indoors. You know, I could just imagine my eldest at that age if he was just stuck indoors for weeks on end, you know, and especially if you haven't got a garden or whatever. You know, so there are struggles like that. But there's also, remember, our children are always our children, and there are others who are really struggling with the separation of not seeing their children, having to do things like FaceTiming them and things like that. You know, so separation is playing a big key role on a lot of people with anxiety. But remember, you know, this time will pass. It will pass, and you know, you will be together, and your children will be allowed out again. And you know, this is just a storm we're passing through. And you know, and the thing is, you know, it's keeping your children safe. It's keeping yourself safe, so that you can all have that lovely kind of either freedom or being reunited, whatever camp you fall into, really, you know. So yeah, so children, you know, and Archangel Metatron, when he comes in, he brings in that kind of he brings in that motivation. So he'll help you to either find ways to keep them entertained or ways to communicate a little bit more and find ways to kind of keep in touch. You know, you might decide, like, we have a family chat group, you know, and to be honest with you, it's always been just me. I put out a message on it so they all know at the same time. I can't say that I'm favouring one or whatever. But in the last few weeks, it's really become really important, and you know, we're all on it, and we're all kind of communicating, even though we're in different parts of the country and everything else. You know, it's still there. So it's still, if anything, it feels more like the family's coming closer together. So you know, so allow this angel to help you, to motivate you, to find ways like that ways through it, you know, so that you can connect with your children no matter where they are. We have the angel of vision. Someone is not revealing part of the story. Trust your feelings over what others say. That could be connected to children. You know, it could be life goes on. So it may be somebody that you're talking to. So just, you know, follow your feelings. And the thing with kids, they absorb everything, they know everything, and they don't always talk about it. They think like they have to be brave. And as parents, we feel we have to shield them from everything. And sometimes that can be two wrongs, two wrongs and they don't make a right. Sometimes, you know, it's about finding ways to actually open up and have those kind of conversations that you might be a little bit scared of having. But once you have it and once it's out there, then it's kind of, you can help each other. And you know, so our kids are far more resilient than we give them credit for. Okay, end of the week, we still have Archangel Metatron coming in. Sorry. We have the Heaven and Earth card. I like the Heaven and Earth card because it reminds us that we're not all the same, and some of us are complete opposites and complete differences. You know, we come from different perspectives. A lot of us are finding ourselves stuck indoors with complete opposites. And you know, and it's about remembering that opposites do attract, and you know, we're not all the same, and maybe it's time to actually celebrate each other's differences. And you know, some people are more grounded, some people like myself are more away with the fairies, you know, but it takes all sorts, and it's about remembering that and actually using all of that to actually help get you through it. Okay, let me get an influence card on that one. She always does this, as soon as I start just lately, she does this kind of dance. I think she's a bit of a diva, aren't you? Ah, we have the card of passion. Okay, so for someone out there, see, life goes on. Life goes on, all of our lives go on. And for someone out there, there is passion coming in with an opposite, so watch out. I really feel this is a case of opposites attracting. Let that passion come in, okay? Don't try and fight it, you know, just because we're on sort of lockdown, whatever, you know, you can still communicate. You can still talk to people, you know. I think a lot of romances will start online during this time, to be honest. You know, people really getting the time to talk to one another. Okay, so I think I've got through it this week somehow, because I'm not the best of health myself, I'll be honest. We have Archangel Raphael, and we have the health card. Underneath that we have the card of influence is the Angel of Soul Love. Time to look at how you value yourself, issues of self-love. So as I said, that's about your health and how you look after yourself. Archangel Metatron, midweek, it's about the children, how are you going to keep the children entertained, or how you're going to connect with the children. Let's kind of, you know, let that motivation flow in so we can find ways through. Angel of Vision, someone not revealing part of the story. Trust your feelings over what they say. So, you know, it could be your grown-up kids are saying that everything's fine. Well, really, they might just need that little bit of time, that bit of FaceTime, you know, just to know you're fine. You know, maybe you've been trying to put a brave face on it. Maybe you're the one doing that. And, you know, I mean, I know it's really important right now that I talk to my dad. You know, he's probably sick of hearing from me, but it's really important for me. Even though I know he's okay, I just need to hear his voice, you know, and I think that's important. You know, so make sure that you are finding those ways to connect, okay? Listen to the motivation that's being brought in, because there will be ways to motivate you to do that. Then we have the end of the week. We have Archangel Metatron again, so he's staying around, he's still motivating us. Heaven and Earth. You know, the other thing is to draw on all the energies. Okay, so if you have got a garden, get outside, draw some of those earth energies, you know. You know, the skies are lovely and clear, and you're noticing how lovely the stars are at the moment, where we haven't got all the planes and pollution and all that stuff. You know, stand out, look at heaven, you know, look at those stars. Allow yourself to kind of draw in some of that energy. There's this lovely purple in here, so it kind of links in with the crown chakra. So bring that energy down, you know, into yourself. And, you know, and it's a lovely sort of exercise you can do if you have got a garden. Just to stand without any shoes on, and just to allow the earth to come up, so almost like you're grounding yourself, but then at the same time imagine that energy coming down. So it's like a kind of a full circle. You are one with the earth, and the heavens. You are one with the universe. We are all one together. So it's that lovely kind of grounding, yet finding your wings. Okay, so if you know, you don't have to stand out there for hours. I don't want to find out that everybody's come down with hypothermia. I'll stand out there in the snow. Obviously, you know, use common sense in it, but you know, just to stand out on just a small patch of grass. You know, just to feel earth under your feet. If you can do that. If you can't, then just go somewhere where you've got an open window or something. Just let the air blow in your face and just kind of take the energy down, you know, from the heaven. Feel it, you know, feel it kind of flowing downwards through the crown chakra. Feel it going through all the chakras to it reaches right down past the root chakra, down into your feet, and just feel the energy kind of going into the floor beneath you. Okay, you're still earthing. Okay, the last card we have is the card of passion. Bring passion into your life in whatever way it flows in, you know. It may be looking at doing a new hobby, it may be doing something that makes you feel passionate, it may be reading, it might be doing art, it might be cooking, it might be sewing, okay, whatever you're passionate about. Right, it might just be talking to people that, you know, you want to connect with. Okay, she's kind of getting stir crazy. She hasn't had enough walks, I don't think, poor baby. With that, I'm going to say love and laughter to you all. That's my new catchphrase, because I think laughter is what's going to get us through this, and I think the more we can share the laughter, let's make laughter just as contagious, okay? Let's keep that lovely positive vibe going, and I will speak to you all next week. Love and laughter. Bye.